Welcome back to another day here at the Basin Motorsports garage. Today we're going to do a little bit of a comparison between Gunk Wipes and the tub of towels. Now this is something that somebody had asked me to do, is do a kind of a shootout of which is the better value. Is it going to be the Gunk Wipes or the tub of towels? So let's take a look at each of the competitors. Okay, so the first one we're looking at here is the Gunk Wipes. Now these are a 6x8 towel. And really, you can almost double it up to an 8x12 towel. Now on each side of these, they do have two sides to them. So you've got kind of a softer side, and then you can kind of hear that that's a scrubby side. So these are great. They also smell citrusy. And I previously used these prior in kind of a shootout where I tried to challenge them to basically a shootout to see if I could find a greasy mess that they couldn't beat. And I was kind of disappointed. I couldn't find anything that would beat these things. There are advantages to both sides, whether it's scrubby or soft. And I got to tell you, I was pretty impressed with these. So the other challenger in this is going to be the tub of towels. Now these are a 10x12 versus the 8x12 for Gunk. But these only have really what I'm going to say is two soft sides. They definitely don't have the scrubbiness of the back side of these. Now again, these have kind of a citrus smell. They're not corrosive on your hands, so I wouldn't be too worried about using, honestly, about either of these. I think you could use them both without gloves, and I think you'd be just fine. So let's go over to the challenge today to kind of see how they do on taking off some grease on one of my project cars. All right, so this project car I'm working on is a 1986 Mustang, and it was something I pulled out of a field a couple years ago that I'm now just kind of getting back to and restoring. So I've already got the radiator taken out and that, and so you can kind of see the engine bay here if I get my hands out of the way. It's not exactly like terrible, but it's dirty. So this engine has had a coolant and oil leak probably, I don't know how long, but it's underneath the car, I can tell you, from front to back is pretty much oil covered. So it's been a while. So if we take each one of these, I'll use the soft side on the Gunk first. It really does pretty well. I could flip it over and go to the other scrubby side also. And then it does pretty well cleaning. Now it's not terribly oily, so I think this is not a great challenge to really prove just how awesome these towels are. But I think for a lot of people, they're going to find that they are a good choice. Again, they do a pretty good job of cleaning, and unfortunately, I can always find more grease than towels, so I've got to switch towels. If I switch over to the tub of towels brand on the same kind of challenge, they also do a good job of cleaning. I would say one of the advantages of the Gunk is if you're kind of getting something a little bit deeper or harder to get to for grease, the scrubby side of the Gunk may be a little bit better, but I think this having a little bit bigger of a towel, you can probably go through some looser grease or maybe something not as bad, and these might be a better choice. But I tell you, both of them do a great job of cleaning up dirt either way. And again, I can always find more grease than towels, so I've got to switch these out. So one of the cool things I found when I was scrubbing with both these towels is that neither one of these on this lower radiator support are corrosive enough to take off paint. So you can see that this gray here is actually the color of the car that I'm restoring. And you can kind of see, it cleans off very well doing that. Now the cool thing I found was that this, I think it says G06 or G06, these markings are actually here from the paint from the factory. So the nice thing is that neither of these towels will scrub off these markings. So if you're doing like a restoration in that, you don't have to worry about it necessarily taking off factory markings like this. It'll just take off the dirt and grime, which is really, really nice. Do a really good job of just cleaning up paint. Yeah, look at that. Good stuff. And I can just come back through with just another paper towel, kind of clean up any remainder of that stuff there. But it's, you can see it's broken loose on my finger there. Kind of wipes right off. That's fantastic. All right, so now knowing that they both do a pretty darn good job at scrubbing things up, the question is going to be, which is the better value? So the Gunk wipes themselves, again, are 8 by 12 inch. There's 75 wipes in this container, and this container retails for about $14.42 on Amazon as I checked today. So what that means is this is approximately 19.2 cents per wipe inside the container. In a direct comparison to that, the tub of towels come in at 90 wipes per container. They are a 10 by 12 size, and these retail for $11.94 on Amazon. So that means that these towels are 13.2 cents per towel. Now looking at both of these, all of our competitors today, you're clearly going to say, well, for the money, the tub of towels is clearly the winner. It's 6 cents per wipe less based on what you can buy. And I think if you're going directly on money, the tub of towels is definitely going to be the winner. I think there needs to be an asterisk by that, though. I think it needs to be based on the conditions. So I like the scrubby section or the scrubby side of the Gunk wipes. And yes, they're a little bit more expensive, but I think if you've got a situation where the towels really could use a very hard scrubby piece, the Gunk is going to win in that category. I think the scrubby side does a better job. It's I guess easier to scrub because of the scrubby side, and you don't have to use as much pressure and probably much duration. So in that case, I think the Gunk would win. But if you're looking for more wipes for less money, the tub of towels is going to be your winner. And I'm going to say the solution that's going to be best for me is I'm going to keep both of them. Because Gunk and tub of towels, I'm going to use these both pretty extensively on that restoration over there. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this little bit of comparison between the Gunk wipes and tub of towels. The question is not what is best for me. The question is what's going to be best for you. You guys can make that decision based on cost or performance or a combination of both. So that's it for this time, guys. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time from Basin Motorsports.